lot of breathing. Your breathing tells your body, your mind, your prefrontal cortex that you're not in fight or flight mode, that you can relax. So we'll start there. So I'm just going to scoot myself back some so you can see I'm sitting in a chair. I'll turn this sideways. And give it yourself so that you can kind of wiggle your tush into the chair, right? It's a little wiggle, like if you're digging a little hole down there. And then place your hands on your lap. And from there, see if you may want to bring your knees a little wider than hip distance, just so your feet feel on the ground.
You see? Can you see?
You're sitting on the edge.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to mute you guys so you guys can hear me and we don't hear you chit-chatting. That's okay. You can talk to each other, but I'm going to mute you all. There we go. Okay. So hands on your lap. And what I want you to think about right now is your back, your spine. Let your spine lengthen and grow. Stretch out your neck, but let your shoulders soften. Kind of wiggle your hands down, pointing your fingertips to the floor. And then come to some stillness. Bring your chin parallel to the floor so that it's neutral. You're not pushing it out, you're not sticking it in, but just finding a neutral stance, having a nice posture. And from here, if you like, you can close your eyes or you can put in a soft gaze, maybe just barely opening your eyes. Or another way is to just look at the tip of your nose. And now begin to breathe with intention. So I know you're all breathing currently, but breathe bigger, breathe longer. One thing that we've all been doing during this virus is holding our breath a lot more. Every time I go to the grocery store, I'm like, don't breathe, you know. But if we're in a safe spot and we can take a couple deep breaths, do that. You can follow the breath, feel as the air comes in your body. And notice how the ribs cage, the belly expands as you exhale, emptying it out. This awareness of breathing, this forceful breath that we're doing that's not the automatic breath, the breath that we're controlling, is called your pranayama, your life force. And you can keep your eyes closed or slightly open or still looking at your point of your nose. But imagine that there is on the very tip of your nose, there is a marker. And if I were to tell you with that marker on the tip of your nose to draw a circle, try to do that now. So maybe you want to lift your chin up, point your nose to the sky, and then to the right, to the left, and just make some circles as if you were drawing a circle with the tip of your nose in the air. Again, noticing if you feel any strain or bones rubbing together, anything that doesn't feel good, like a stretch, please refrain from that and make a wiser choice. Do no harm to yourself. Keep your breath moving fluidly as you circle your nose around and around. Should feel nice on the shoulders. Notice which direction you are moving. Are you clockwise or are you counterclockwise? And then pause for just a moment in the center and then circle in the other direction. So unwind and go the opposite direction. And if you were like, which side was I going? That means our mind is typically somewhere else. Our mind can play tricks on us quite a bit. You can be in the room with somebody but have no idea what they're saying because your brain is talking to you. telling you another story. All right. Circle your head one more time around. And then point your nose towards the floor. Stretch out the back of your neck. Again, loosen the shoulders. And now take a big breath in and hold it at the top. And then exhale, empty it out. This time, as you inhale, I want you to lift your chin, reach your arms out to the side. You can open your arms now. Reach out wide to a T. Spread all 10 fingers out. And then exhale, tuck your chin, maybe round the spine in. Exhale, open the arms out wide. So very gently flowing, rounding, tucking the belly in. Exhale, lifting the chest and arms up. Inhale, lift those arms up. Exhale, float them down. If you have high blood pressure, don't take your arms above your heart. So keeping the arms moving, spine starting to warm up. Maybe feel the temperature of the air around you. And we'll do 2 more of these. And then we'll hold out with our arms out wide in a T shape. So now we're going to take this right hand, reach it over to the right side of the room. Left arm's just going to reach out. So just kind of leaning on that right hip. Balancing, see if you can shift your weight to the right foot, maybe even lifting the left foot an inch or 2 off the ground. Lower the left foot, lower the left hand, reach the right arm up and over your head, creating a half moon kind of shape. As you reach over your head, you can hold on the back of your head, you can hold your hip, or you can just reach over. Take the choice and the option that works best for you. Beautiful. Reach your arms back out to a T. Reach over to the left side of your room, like you're trying to touch something on that side. Shift your weight to that left leg, left hip. Lift your right foot off the ground, just an inch or 2, kind of balancing. And then gently lower the right foot down. As you do that, lower your right hand down, reach your left arm up. And then lean to the right, either holding your head or your hip, or just reaching over. So imagine you're gently pulling up your left rib cage. Breathing right into that left lung. Come back out, arms out to a T. And then we're just going to helicopter our arms from side to side. Be very mindful of twisting your spine. Only go as deep as you need to go. If this is too much, bring your hands to your hips and twist side to side. So whatever option you like. Good, and next time your right arm turns towards the left leg, drop it there on the left leg. Take this left hand, hold onto the back of the chair somewhere, lift up your head, and gently encourage your right side of your body to move towards the left side in the twist. As you inhale, you'll lengthen the spine. As you exhale, you can get a little deeper in the twist. Should feel really nice in your back. And return back through center. And we'll again move the body a little side to side, helicoptering our arms or holding onto your waist. Oh, y'all look good. All right. Next time your left arm goes in front of your right leg, place your left hand on your right leg. And encourage you can hold on, you can see I'm holding onto my chair with my right hand. Encourage your head to lift. So the crown of your head goes up. So the spine lengthens. As you do that, encourage your left shoulder, left rib cage to move in the right direction. You take a couple deep cleansing breaths here. You'll notice that it may be a little more challenging to get those deep breaths. That's because your organs and things are shifting around here. We're moving up the diaphragm in the body, feeling lots of muscle groups activating when they might not be used to in this kind of shape. Good, return back to center. And again, windshield wiper, helicopter, whatever you want to call it, side to side. Now we're going to rest our upper body and work on our lower body for just a moment and our hips. Tilt this baby down. All right, so you see my feet are really on the ground. I want you to press down through your feet. Sit tall, lift your right knee into your chest. So feeling this lift, if this doesn't feel good, just hold it. You don't have to use your hands, but feel the upper body lift and the knee lift up too. Now, lift, and if you're barefoot, spread apart your toes. I get it if you're in shoes, you can't do that. But kind of lift and kind of expand your foot, like widen your foot. Reach down through your fingertips. So we're balancing on that one leg. Exhale, lower that arm down, that leg down. Body parts are confusing. Try the other side. Lift up that knee. Actively press into your standing leg. The foot that's on the ground, press down into it. And then bring that leg down. Now we're going to lift up the right leg and draw a circle in the air with it. So just kind of moving this, just as we did the circle with our nose. Be mindful of your hip. If you got any hip issues, to be really careful. Knee issues as well. Circling the hip. And now circle it the other way. You may be realizing how heavy your legs are at this point. And then we'll lower that leg down. Re-lengthen your spine, and let's try the other side. Lift the left knee up, and then we'll draw a circle with it. Good, now circle in the opposite direction. And then bring that foot down. Notice how the legs feel after some movement. Movement can make you feel, you know, a little tingling in there. That feeling of alive, of energy flowing through your body. Now we're going to straighten out our legs. So hopefully you've got some space in front of you. So keep your knees straight, but don't lock them out. So you want soft joints. And we're going to take our hands and just slide down our legs. Make a nice round back. Don't fall out of your chair. Let your shoulders relax. Beautiful. Now we're going to slide our hands back up our legs, lift your chest up, and lift that right foot into the sky. Press your left foot, left knee still straight. Lift that right knee up. Now holding onto it, open it out gently to the side, and then we'll take our left arm out, look towards your left thumb. Bring it back in and hug that knee one more time. Lower the right foot, keeping the right knee bent. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. And then exhale, fold over your straight left leg. You can even give that left leg a little pat, a little rub, a little attention. And now reach your arms back behind you. So your hands reach for the back of the chair. Look up. So feel this lift. It's kind of an up dog feeling. Shoulders are pushing down your back, arms reaching back. And my left leg is super activated. I can feel my left calf. Now exhale, release the arms down and fold over both legs. Using your core, your abdomen, reach your arms forward, press into your feet, squeeze the belly in, reach your arms back up to the sky. Bring your hands to prayer at your heart. Taking this left elbow, point it towards your right knee and twist your body. So feeling a nice twist again in the spine, go as deep as you need to, and then back off if you get too much. Again, soften the left knee, make sure it's not locked out. Looking good. Come back through center. Lift that left foot up, point and flex it. Bring the left foot down to meet the right, knees bent. All right, good job. Inhale, reach both arms up. Hands to your heart center. Let's do the other side. Left knee comes up. Kick it out. Bring it back in. I forgot to straighten out my right leg. Straighten out your right leg. It's called yoga practice, not yoga perfect. And slowly bring that leg out. Drop the left foot. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale. Lean forward and hug on to give some. Oh, see, this is what happens when you work from home. UPS is here. Rub your right leg. Give it some love. And then reach back and do that up dog motion where you're pulling your shoulders back, reaching your hands behind you, lifting the head and the heart just a bit as you're actively pressing your straight leg, your right foot into the ground. Now exhale, release and fold forward. Press both feet equally into the ground, lift your arms in front of you, and then squeeze the belly in. Reach back up. Bring your hands to your heart center. We're going to take a twist to the left. So your right elbow here is going to point towards your left knee. As you do that, rotate your torso to the left side of your room. Beautiful. Come back through center. Inhale, reach up, lift that right foot, point and flex them in the air. And then lower, right foot down, fold over your legs. Be mindful of your movement. If you get dizzy or have any vertigos, anything like that, don't take your head below your heart. Now, once you're down here, toe heel your feet a little wider so you can get your belly a little lower. And then if it feels good, you can sway. If it doesn't feel good, just keep your hands on your knees and your head up. Gently swaying your body from one side to the other. This massages the muscles around your low back. And that's where a lot of people have tension. All right, taking your time, bring your hands to your knees and we'll press our feet down as you lift your chest up. Now we're going to toe heel our feet out wider. If you've got your, that's why I asked if you had chair, arms on your chair, because you might not be able to get very wide. If you don't have arms on your chairs, you can get wider. Sit towards like, you know, almost the edge of your chair so you can sit up tall. And now we're going to take this right hand and slide it down your right leg. As you do that, you can hold onto your left hip or you can extend the left arm up. And we'll windmill to the other side. Left hand reaches down, right arm reaches up, or hold the head. And switch back to the right. Left arm overhead. And over to the left. This time, bring both hands to your knees. Stretch your torso over the floor and see if you can lengthen out the back. So making your head go forward and your tailbone go back. Now take deep breaths in through your nose. Notice the work your legs are doing here, creating some strength. And then lift your chest up. So yoga is about balance, right? Balance between effort and ease. Toe heel your feet back together. We're going to rock a little bit forward and a little bit back. Effort and ease and finding balance. What you get when you get those all in balance, the effort and the ease, you get grace. Think of somebody who looks graceful. They're flexible. They're strong. That is what grace is. So we're trying to find some grace with our core here. Lift your feet up or keep your toes down. Hug your belly in. Turn your palms up and hold some pretend platters. Roll your shoulders back. You're maybe having little earthquakes in your belly. Me too. That's our core saying hi. We need a good strong core that helps protect our back. So all the back muscles, we got to do strengthen the front side too. When you're ready, lower down. And we're going to stand up and work on some balance poses next. So come stand up behind your chair. Everybody up? Okay, good. So as we're standing behind our chair, I want you to just look down at your feet. So where are your feet in space? Yep, we have body parts. Sometimes we don't know they're there, especially if we have aches and pains, we try to pretend they're not there. Now I want you just to shift your weight to your right foot and then step back with your left. When you step back with your left foot, stay up onto your toes. So see if you can keep your heel lifted. You can see my left heel's up off the ground. I'll just stay here for a second. Now this might be comfortable for you. If you want to go deeper, you're just going to step back a little further. Left heel still up off the ground. Now we're going to just play a minute here, just kind of bending the knees, kind of just stretching out. Just a little lunge. Again, if you feel any discomfort, please make a wiser choice. We're just doing a little bit of knee bending. And then come to, once you feel good about that, my knee's making some funny sounds, but that's normal. Just come to where you can bring your knee over your right knee over your right ankle and feeling this left hip flexor, your left quad. And we'll try just to hold on with the right hand for a second to the chair. Reach your left arm up. Now, if you're like, this is so easy, proceed to bring your right arm up. And now you're in a full crescent lunge, crescent warrior pose. And we're balancing. Beautiful. Take your hands back to the chair and step forward with the left foot. Give a little shake to your legs to kind of release any tension in your body. And now we'll do the same thing on the other side. So now we're going to shift our weight to the left leg. As we shift our weight to the left leg, right leg's just going to lift up and step back. So coming into the toe mound, your big toe mound on the right foot, right heel lifted. And you can play around again with bending the knees, kind of dropping a little lower. Noticing how the body moves. Get curious about your own physical, your body. How does this work? All right. Once you feel good about that, we'll come back to our crescent warrior. You may want to stretch out your right leg a little longer to find a wider stance. Your feet don't have to be on railroad tracks. You can, they don't have to be on a balance beam, railroad tracks. So the width is better. Your legs are a little bit, your legs are like hip distance apart. Now, we'll start there. We'll lift one arm. Go bring that right arm up. If you're feeling good and want to add in the left arm, there you go. Now we breathe. Hands to your hips is also another option. Beautiful, guys. Here we go. We're going to push off from the right foot, step the feet together, and shake it out. And now from here, we're just going to walk our feet back, hold on to the top of your chair. We're coming into a downward facing dog. Most commonly known yoga pose is downward dog. And it's a fabulous pose because it actually works a lot of muscles. So as you walk your feet back, you're making your body in the shape of like an L here. You're going to shift your weight to your heels, pushing your hips back, soften your knees, and look down at your feet. Make sure they're like maybe a little wider than hip distance, or at least hip distance, so your feet aren't together. And then bend a little more into the knees. Hug your shoulder blades in towards your rib cage and down your back towards your hips. And feel that nice stretch in your hamstrings. If it's too much, lift up and come up some. So you adjust how much stretch you need today. Your gaze also can help out with the stretch. You can look under the chair in front of you. You can look straight down. You can look towards your toes. You can bring the gaze towards your knees. And if you're feeling really feisty, look at your belly button. See if you can find it. That stretches out the back of your neck. Good job. Now we're going to slowly transition into a high plank. So a high push-up. Lift your head above, lift your head up and lift your, keep your arms steady. Press your wrist into the top of the chair and come up onto both tiptoes. Now bring your hips a little forward. If your chair is unstable, just refrain from doing this. So you want to make sure your chair's not going to move. Hug your belly in towards your spine. So making the belly tighten up. Now exhale, push the hips back into your downward facing dog. Wag your doggy tail. So move yourself from side to side with your hips. Good. Now, come back up into your high plank. Lift your heels and then start tiptoeing your way to the top of your chair. Once you get to your chair, get as high as you can on your toes and then reach one arm up like you're trying to grab the cookies off the top shelf. And then exhale, lower your heels down, bend your knees. Here we go. We're going to do the other side. Lift up your heels, come up onto your toes again, lift the opposite arm. Left arm reaches up. Exhale, lower the arm, lower the heels. Other side. Right arm goes up, heels come up off the ground. Exhale, lower down. Left arm comes up, heels come up. Exhale, lower down. Now we're just going to have a seat, a pretend seat. So imagine there was a chair back here. I want you to tone up these legs. Feel the power in the legs. Shoulders back, hearts lifted, belly sucked in. Should feel the front of your shins. All right. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale out, reach back up tall, tall mountain. Hug your belly in, reach your arms up. Just this pose every day is a great pose. Just lengthening your body. Great for your lymphatic system, all that good stuff. Exhale, bring the arms down. Roll out your shoulders. And we're going to try another balance pose. So you can stand to the side of your chair this way or that way, it doesn't matter, as long as you got something to hold on here. So my left hip is right next to the side of the chair. So that means I'm going to shift my weight to the right leg because it's on the outside of here. And I'm going to practice just balancing on one foot. Call this one leg Tadasana, one leg mountain. See if you can soften your shoulders as you lift the crown of your head up. Now take this right leg, bring it behind you, all the way around to behind the right, the left leg that is your stable. And you're gonna feel this right here in your left hip. So you can add on by holding the hip, reaching over, taking the left hand holding on the chair, and getting a little deeper side body stretch. Nice, guys. Now come back up to that standing leg raise. So right knee comes back up. Take it out to the right side and then place it somewhere on your left leg, even down here, up here, wherever it feels good. If this is like really hard for you, the chair makes a great kickstand. You can just kind of lean your knee on the chair. But come into your tree pose. You can hold on to the chair, or you can bring your hands to prayer at your heart. And again, we practice the balance of breathing. Can you stay focused? Can you stay concentrated? Can you practice the himsa of not saying anything mean to yourself? Actually, you're like, man, I stink at this, or whatever. You have to practice these things. And then we'll shake it out when you're ready. Move yourself to the opposite side of your chair. Shake anything out, grab a sip of water if you need it. I needed water. All right. So my leg that's closest to the chair is going to be my stable one, the one that's not moving. Don't lock out your knees. Gently lift up the left leg. Find your balance. Squeeze your belly in. You can play here, just kind of feeling that. If you can take your hand off a chair. Now we'll bring it out to the side. Bring it back in, and then bring it behind you. Tuck your toes under. Reach your left arm out, and then up and over to the right. Slowly return the left hand down, lift the left knee back up, out to the side, and then gently place it somewhere on your right leg, creating your tree. If this is easy for you and you have no trouble, try it with your eyes closed. The wobble in your ankle is really good. It's actually helping build strength and muscle toning up that ankle. So we want a little wobble. And if you've ever seen a real tree in the forest, they are not statues, they move. You should be breathing and moving just like a real tree would be. Nice job. When you are ready, you can step your way out and shake out your legs. And now we're going to turn the chair towards you. So the seat is towards you. And we're going to bring our feet back just a little bit. and come into kind of our down dog, but more of a fold. So I want you to see, you might be able to get your hands on the forearms on the chair like this, or you might be here. This is a really nice stretch for your back and your hamstrings. Another option is you have pillows nearby. If you're home, I always tell people grab a pillow. You can make the chair come up higher. And you can feel, we call this in yoga a dolphin pose. So the more you tilt your pelvis down, your tailbone tilts up, the more you'll feel it. So it's a little deeper down dog. Now, if you've got your arms on the chair, you can kind of push back your hips and look down in between your ankles and so that your head drops. And get a nice little shoulder stretch. Right. Right hand, left hand. And we're going to place our hands on the chair, on that pillow, whatever you got there. And then take that right arm up. Look up to the right hand and give it a wave. And then switch it out. Take the right hand down, reach the left arm up. Give a wave over that side. And bring that arm down. Now we're going to walk ourselves forward. I'm going to move my cushion out of the way. And bring my right knee to the chair. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then take the right hand, reach back for your right ankle. This is a version of dancer pose. You may have seen it like this if you're getting fancy. There's always ways to modify. And lower that arm down, left arm down. We'll switch it out, try the left knee on the chair. We'll reach up with the left arm and then reach back towards your left heel. Right arm comes up. Lower that arm down. Return yourself back to your chair. Roll out those shoulders. Sit real still. Notice how you feel after all that movement. You can even close your eyes. Feel the flow of energy through your body. And relax. Take deep cleansing breaths. Feel your body softening and letting go of tension. Now imagine in your mind that in the palm of your right hand, you are holding a delicate flower. Admire the beauty of the flower and acknowledge that the flower is fragile. Give that flower some feelings, give it some love, some kindness, compassion. Be gentle with it. And now, keeping that flower in the right palm, move your attention to your left palm. Imagine in your left palm you were holding a baby bird, a tiny, beautiful bird, delicate, innocent. Notice how fragile it is and how you would never want to say anything mean or ugly to this beautiful, tiny baby bird. Imagine all the caring and the compassion that you would give to this baby bird. And now realize that the kindness and the compassion and the frailty of both the flower and the bird is you. That you deserve that much love, that much compassion, that much kindness that you would give to either the bird or the flower. So throughout your day and throughout your life and throughout the people you meet, practice compassion and kindness to yourself. Keep breathing, keep relaxing. Hold on to this feeling of love, of compassion. Realize how precious you are. Notice if you're having any thoughts of boredom, anger, resentment. And tell yourself you are loved. The mind is the most powerful tool we possess. Everything begins there. If we plant a seed of negativity or self-harm, it will begin to grow. Take in another deep breath. Exhale it out. Bring yourself back into this time, into this space, acknowledging yourself. Gently start to rock your head side to side. Make some other movements by wiggling your fingers or toes. And then keeping your eyes closed, stretch your arms out in any direction, up, out to the side. And then wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself a nice hug. Hug yourself like you love yourself. A Chinese philosopher once said, "Watch your thoughts. They become words. Watch your words because they become actions. Watch your actions. They become habits. Watch your habits. They become your character. Watch your character as it becomes your destiny." Bring your hands to prayer at your heart. We bow our head in honor of ourselves and in honor of others. Thank you so much for practicing with me this Monday afternoon. May each of you be happy and healthy. May you be free of suffering. And may you be kind to yourself and others. Namaste.